Hey everybody, and thanks for tuning into the AFV factory. So this is the final video of the build process for this amusing hobby Centurion. So after this we will be moving on to the painting stage. But yes, as a overall, now that I've built the kit, I can say pretty well that it's a nice kit. It went together on the whole really well. There was a few things I came across that I'll share with you that hopefully with this bit of information you'll be able to have a better understanding of how it goes together, let me put it that way. So I built this turret first. Why did I do that? There was a reason I did that. I was waiting for something that I didn't have. So I started on the turret first. So this, for those that don't know, is the mantleless turret. So it's a Centurion tank, the only difference being the turret, and it was a proposed idea that the British government could offer to countries that were still operating Centurions in the early 60s as a way of upgrading upgrading the Centurion tank if they couldn't afford the new Chieftain, because that was going to be an expensive tank to buy. So nothing ever came of it. They built 3 turrets, 2 went onto hulls, and the other one went to the range for gunnery trials. So yeah, the things that I had a little bit of trouble with is, firstly, this whole upper deck. It comes in with the turret. So it comes in 5 parts. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from the glacis back to the engine deck. And what I did is I followed the instructions and built it up as you would. What I would recommend to anyone that was going to build this kit is to do them all together at the same time, so that you can just jostle the bits around a bit and get them to line up. Because what I ended up with, what you do is you put the top down with the turret ring and this section of the decking, and then you do this upper plate with for the driver's hatch, etc., then the glacis, and then finally this these rear hatches here. And I had to do quite a fair bit of sanding to get that to fit. And I think probably had I had all the bits going on together, there probably would still have been a bit of fitting and a bit of adjusting to get the alignment spot on, but not as much as I had to do with that. So that's what I would suggest you do. So tracks, I've talked about I'm using hobby tracks a lot in the past, not always in a positive way. So these really, what these represent are amusing hobby doing their absolute best to give you a workable set of tracks. And in that case, what they did is they supplied them already removed from the sprue, and all cleaned up. There was a little bit of flash I came across on 1 or 2 of them, but nothing much. And they just clicked together. So the end result of that was each run took about 15 minutes to put together, and you have got workable tracks. What I would suggest is, if you use these tracks, just be careful with them. They don't, certainly with sort of this lateral movement here, if they end up accidentally bending like that, they will damage the link, and then those 2 will need replacing. So I had not too bad actually. Only I think 2 on each run that didn't engage properly, and they had to be replaced. You get a bag of others, so it's not the end of the world. And these seem to be a lot better than previous tracks of a similar state that I've had from Amusing Hobby. So I think they're up in their game with these. I haven't used them, but that wasn't because I was unhappy or dubious about them. I simply decided that I was going to use these resin ones. So they are by a company called Model Bow Ray. I'll put their details in the description. And they do a lot of 3D printed bits, and they've always sort of dabbled with tank stuff, but they're doing more and more now, especially with tracks. And as I saw they did a Centurion set, so I spoke to them about them, and they sent them to me so I could review them, and it was the perfect time since I was building this Centurion. And they're amazing. They come in 2 halves, so you've got the joint there, the other one is down there, which is glued. Yeah, and the time, the only bit of time taken where you need to be a bit careful, obviously, is cutting them away from all their the support system. Otherwise, they're there and they're ready to go. So yeah, so in some respects, because the kit tracks were so quick and easy to do, from a time perspective, these resin ones haven't really saved a lot of time. But that's not always the way with other kits. Lots of other kits with workable tracks, or just tracks in general, have a lot of time spent cleaning up, cutting off the sprues, etc. So in those cases, these resin, there you go, that's broken there just then. Resin upgrades are the way to go. So yeah, they're excellent. These, I highly recommend you checking out Model Bow Ray if you're building something and you want the resin tracks, and they're doing a wider and wider range. I also got from them the resin smoke dischargers, and they also sent a barrel, this 20-pound barrel, 20 pounder, but I'm not going to use it. I'm going to use the 105, the L7 gun, which I'm still waiting for from Amusing Hobby. I did mention in a previous video that I couldn't work out how this just didn't line up. Nothing lined up on it. Whichever way you tried to build it, it wouldn't line up. And it's a manufacturing error. So they've rectified it, and I'm guessing they'll be sending out rectified barrels to go into kit boxes. I don't know if this is available yet or not. So I've got one on the way. Excuse me. Which is fine, because I can wait, because I'm going to be starting the painting soon. That's what's be coming next. So yeah, there it is. With the only, with those 2 little bits of caution about the track and what may occur, and with the lining up and the fitment of the upper hull components. It's a quality kit. I enjoyed building it. It's funny, I'd not ever been interested in a Centurion tank before, but now that I've built it, I really like the look of it. So I may well get some more. There's quite a few variants kicking about. So yeah, I'll leave that there. I won't ramble on for too much longer. But overall, a very nice kit. Easy to build, quick to build, very few parts involved in it, unlike some other kits. And yeah, I think if you're interested, I think you'll enjoy it. So I'll leave it there, and I'll catch you up later.